In the shadowed corridors of history, where truth intertwines with rumor and reality blurs into legend, there exists a tale of vanished souls, political intrigue, and an enigma so profound that it has defied explanation for centuries. This is a story rooted not only in the documented facts of a turbulent era but also in the whispered mysteries that haunt the edges of our understanding, a story of disappearance, conspiracy, and the inexplicable. It was the late 1940s, a time when the world was still reeling from the devastation of the Second World War, and the Cold War's icy grip was tightening across continents. Nations were divided not just by ideology but by shadows cast in secret chambers, where operatives moved unseen and alliances shifted like sand. Amid this charged atmosphere, a series of disappearances began to unsettle the highest echelons of power, disappearances that would come to symbolize the dark heart of political machinations and the inexplicable forces lurking beneath. Our tale begins in a small European country, caught between the ambitions of East and West, where a young diplomat named Viktor Petrov was rising through the ranks. Petrov was known for his sharp intellect and unwavering loyalty to his nation, but also for his fascination with the occult and the unexplained. His colleagues whispered that his interest was more than academic, that he sought knowledge that could tip the balance of power in a world teetering on the brink. In the autumn of 1947, Petrov was assigned to a covert mission to investigate a series of mysterious disappearances of key political figures and scientists whose work had the potential to alter the course of the Cold War. These individuals vanished without trace, leaving behind only cryptic notes or strange symbols etched into walls, often in places where no one should have been. The local authorities were baffled, and rumors of secret societies and supernatural involvement began to circulate. Petrov's investigation led him deep into the labyrinthine streets of the capital, where he uncovered a web of intrigue involving a clandestine group known only as the Circle. This organization, shrouded in secrecy, was rumored to blend political espionage with ancient mystical practices. The Circle's members were said to possess knowledge of rituals that could manipulate fate itself, and their influence stretched from government offices to shadowy forests where the veil between worlds was thin. As Petrov delved deeper, he discovered that the disappearances were not random but targeted, each victim connected to a project of immense strategic importance. One was a physicist working on early nuclear research, another, a cryptographer who had cracked enemy codes, yet another, a high-ranking official privy to sensitive negotiations. All vanished under circumstances that defied logic: rooms locked from the inside, security cameras mysteriously disabled, witnesses who recalled fleeting shadows or unnatural sounds. The diplomat's pursuit took him beyond the city's limits to a remote swamp known locally as the Devil's Bog, a place steeped in folklore and fear. Villagers spoke of strange lights and eerie noises, of people who entered but never returned. Petrov, armed with a mixture of skepticism and curiosity, ventured into the mist-shrouded marshes, where the boundary between the natural and supernatural seemed to dissolve. There, he found signs of ritual, ancient symbols carved into trees, remnants of fires arranged in arcane patterns, and a chilling silence that pressed upon the soul. Returning from the bog, Petrov's world grew darker. He began to experience unsettling phenomena, whispers in empty rooms, fleeting apparitions, and dreams that blurred time and space. His notes recorded encounters with figures cloaked in shadow, voices that spoke in tongues long forgotten, and a pervasive sense that unseen forces were guiding events beyond human control. Despite mounting danger, Petrov pressed on, uncovering evidence that the Circle sought to harness these mystical energies to influence political outcomes, to erase enemies not just physically but from existence itself. The disappearances were executions cloaked in the supernatural, a fusion of espionage and occult power. Then, in the cold winter of 1949, Petrov himself vanished. His last known location was a safe house near the city's edge, where investigators later found his belongings scattered, pages of his research torn and burned, and a single cryptic symbol etched into the wall, a circle intersected by a dagger. The official inquiry concluded with no answers, attributing the disappearances to espionage or defection, but rumors persisted. Some believed Petrov had been consumed by the very forces he sought to expose, others whispered that he had crossed into another realm, trapped between worlds by the rituals of the circle. In the decades that followed, similar disappearances occurred sporadically, each echoing the pattern of the original cases. Scholars and conspiracy theorists debated the truth. Was it a secret society wielding arcane power? A covert political purge masked by myth? Or something beyond human comprehension, a collision of the material and the mystical? Today, the story of Viktor Petrov and the Circle remains a chilling testament to the shadows that lurk behind history's grand narratives. It reminds us that some mysteries resist explanation, that power can be wielded in ways both seen and unseen, and that the line between reality and the supernatural is often thinner than we dare imagine. As the fog rolls over the Devil's Bog, and the wind whispers through the trees, the vanished still linger in memory, a haunting reminder that some disappearances are more than mere absence. They are echoes of a deeper enigma, forever entwined with the fate of nations and the mysteries of the unknown.